Hi, we're from London College of Communications. My name is Juan, this is Charlotte.
Hello.
We're really happy to be here presenting this campaign to you guys. So, donations, a fleet of trucks, thousands of pounds of food moved every day. That's what City Harvest is. It's smart, it's efficient, it's transparent. That's what it is. But what if there was a chance to create a deeper bond with the public? Something much more emotional, intimate, and powerful.
Sometimes we forget that the people whose mouths we feed, that depend on City Harvest, aren't just mouths to feed, they're real human beings as well. We forget that the donations and the volunteer hours that go to City Harvest are real generous people, they're not just cogs in a machine. We forget that the people that work for City Harvest aren't just these cogs in the machine. They also have emotions that they share with the rest of us.
Emotions like fear, emotions like hope, like happiness, like despair, and even more powerful emotions like nostalgia. Nostalgia is something we all share. It's part of our basic human condition. It comes forth through that yearning we all feel to be back in those simpler times where they were filled with love and happiness. We all want to go back. We all want to be back with our families, gathered around a dinner table, sharing stories, sharing laughter, sharing meals. And all the evils of the outside world will just melt away because you were home.
So City Harvest now present family recipes. We recognize that one of the most cherished memories from childhood are those around the dinner table. We try and create a connection between City Harvest and these memories. Now Juan's going to just tell a little story that's going to demonstrate the campaign.
So this is Emily. Emily's a seamstress that works in New York very hard to put food on the table for her children. She depends on City Harvest just to get by. Depends is the key word in that sentence because usually it is her going to City Harvest asking for help. However, recently, it is City Harvest on her doorstep asking her for help and collaboration. They ask her if she has any special family stories on unity and love that revolve around a family recipe. They say it's for a cookbook they're putting together. The cookbook would be a collection of all family stories and recipes all across the City Harvest community. It would be distributed through bookstores across New York, on their own website, and cooking blogs online.
Emily goes back and remembers when she was at home with her family, when her grandmother and her mother used to cook traditional meals that they brought over to America when they moved here. And she thinks about these meals, and finally her submission makes it into the cookbook. It then becomes so popular across all these blogs and websites that they're asked to star in one of the restaurants that's collaborating with City Harvest. Eventually it gets featured on the menu, and then a select few of these contributions get to appear as a guest star chef in one of the kitchens in these restaurants. Her story of love and family brings people together around City Harvest, and she feels so proud to be able to give something back to City Harvest when they helped her in her time of need. Her story and meal gets shared by a couple in love, and their name is Greg and Alice.
Greg and Alice already knew about Emily and her story. They're faithful purchasers of the special meal packages that you could buy in the grocery stores and shops across New York associated with the Family Recipe Initiative. The meal package would include the exact ingredients and instructions to do one of the family recipes on the cookbook. They would also include the story of the contributor of that recipe to the cookbook. All the proceeds from these meal packages would go exactly to give the exact ingredients so that other people in City Harvest could eat when they needed to.
They have to spread the story to get it out there. So Alice takes a photo of her meal while she's in the restaurant, of Emily's meal, and uploads it to Food Spotting. She then tweets about it over Twitter using the hashtag that's been provided on the menu that they received in the restaurant. Through the recipe, they now not only have an emotional connection with one person that makes it so real, but they also have an emotional connection with City Harvest, thus really promoting it as the solution to fighting hunger. And And then they also hope that in the future they'll be able to have the same stories of love and affection around their own dinner table, which is such a beautiful thing.
Through the City Harvest Family Recipes Initiative, we not only create a campaign around City Harvest, but we share stories about the people who need food the most.
We put food and people right in the center, and we don't create an advertising idea, but we create a conversation around the two things that make City Harvest exactly what it is.
Thank you very much. Are there any questions?
Thanks.
Thanks.